Tia's brows furrowed in curiosity as Alex swung open the door, his grin wide and his usual playful energy filling the air. Standing on the other side was Lily, her expression a mix of urgency and frustration. "Hey, unknown lady! What brings you here? Missing Ethan already?" "You've got impeccable timing, I must say," Alex teased, his voice light and teasing as he leaned against the doorframe. Lily rolled her eyes, clearly unamused by his antics. "Alex, really? You know, I'm Lily, and I'm neither unknown nor some random lady wandering through your door. And yes, I'm here to see Ethan, if he's still home, that is." The urgency on Lily's face was unmistakable. Her normally composed demeanor was replaced by desperation and uncertainty. Her voice trembled just slightly as she spoke, and it didn't take much to see she wasn't here for a casual chat. Alex's grin faltered slightly as he caught sight of her expression, though he was quick to maintain his usual charm. Stepping aside, he gestured theatrically toward the living room. "Well, come on in then. We don't want you standing on the porch like a lost tourist. I'll bet you're here for something very dramatic, aren't you?" Lily just shook her head and stepped through the door, her gaze darting briefly around the space before breaking the awkward tension herself. She turned toward Ethan with her usual confident poise, though her voice carried a note of urgency. "Hey, Ethan, I need to have a word with you, just the two of us. Is that okay?" Before Ethan could even process her words, his expression shifted to one of understanding, his mind racing. He knew exactly how this would go down with Tia. His heart sank at the prospect of another intense, emotion-filled conversation. Ethan offered Tia a quick, polite smile and an even quicker apology. "Sorry, Tia. I'll be right back," he said smoothly, cutting the conversation short before things escalated further. With that, he disappeared from view, his footsteps light as he gestured to Lily and guided her toward the guest bedroom. Tia watched their departure, a growing knot of unease tightening in her stomach as she observed Ethan's actions. Her gaze lingered on the closed door, suspicion gnawing at the edges of her thoughts. There was something about Lily, something that didn't sit right. Tia couldn't shake the feeling that whatever drama was brewing here, it wasn't going to be good news. She glanced at the space they had vacated with narrowed eyes, her mind racing. "What's going on here?" she wondered, crossing her arms in defiance as she stared at the closed door. Something about this didn't add up, and she wasn't about to let it slide. Inside the bedroom, Ethan studied Lily with a mix of concern and curiosity. His brows knit together as he looked at her, his voice soft and steady. "What's going on, Lily? You seem troubled," he asked gently, his tone laced with genuine concern. Lily let out a heavy sigh, her shoulders slumping as if the weight of her words had become too much to carry. "Ethan, I'm in a bit of a bind," she admitted, her voice trembling with anxiety. I need your help." Ethan's brows furrowed further, his gaze fixed on her troubled expression. "What kind of help do you need?" he asked, his tone careful yet understanding. It's complicated," she admitted, her words spilling out in a rush of desperation. "I need a fake fiancé for my brother's wedding by the end of the month, and I was hoping you could pretend to be him." Ethan froze, his eyes widening at her request. Surprise, disbelief, and concern flashed across his face all at once. "I don't think that's a good idea, Lily," he said cautiously, hesitation creeping into his voice as his mind tried to process what she was asking. "But Ethan, I'm desperate," she implored, her gaze locked on his with pleading intensity. "I don't know what else to do." Ethan hesitated, torn between his instinct to support her and his unease at the thought of participating in such deception. He exhaled slowly, his voice steady but compassionate. "I understand your situation, Lily," he said, his words coming carefully. "But I can't in good conscience agree to deceive your friends and family like this. It wouldn't be fair to them. Or to you." Lily's shoulders slumped even further, disappointment etched deeply on her face. "I understand," she whispered, her voice barely audible as her gaze dropped to the floor. "I had to try," she added with a sigh, her words tinged with defeat. "But thank you for being honest with me, Ethan." Ethan offered her a reassuring smile, his resolve firm. "You deserve better than a fake fiancé," he assured her, I have faith that you'll find a solution that's true to yourself." With that, she nodded in silent gratitude and bid Ethan farewell, leaving him alone with his thoughts. As he watched her leave, an uneasy feeling lingered in the pit of his stomach. Not long after, as Lily stepped out of the room, both Alex and Tia turned toward Ethan in unison. "What was that?" they asked together, their voices filled with curiosity and suspicion. Ethan let out a short, dismissive sigh, shaking his head as he tried to deflect their questions. "Nothing at all that concerns us," he said quickly, his tone firm as he pushed the moment away. "I need to take a shower," he added, his voice taking on a brisk finality. "Tia, could you prepare some dinner? I'd like to eat before heading to my apartment." Without waiting for a response, he turned toward the bathroom, his mind a whirlwind of lingering thoughts and uneasy feelings. Tia and Alex exchanged glances, their suspicion unmistakable as they wondered just what had transpired between Ethan and Lily. After leaving Tia's place, Lily wandered through the vibrant displays of High Street, her gaze flitting over elegant dresses, towering high heels, and sparkling jewels under the soft glow of storefront lights. She was hoping that the beauty of the storefront displays would distract her from the tangle of thoughts swirling in her mind. The day had left her restless, and now, as evening fell, the allure of shiny stones and intricate designs called to her. By the time she found herself standing in front of a particularly well-lit jewelry store, the gentle glint of polished gems beneath the soft lighting brought her a brief moment of reprieve from her worries. Taking a deep breath, she stepped inside the store, hoping the ambience would settle her nerves even if only momentarily. And then her eyes landed on him,